Alright guys, I want to do a video about Bitcoin and Ethereum separate from altcoin videos today. There's just too much going on. I want to try to get to as many altcoins as possible. So there will be several shorter videos today. But this will be my Bitcoin and Ethereum update. Now I do want to point out I did show this cup and handle a while back, guys. And basically you can see that the target is this yellow line right here, guys, and this is actually up here at about $115,000. Now we haven't reached that target yet. We've been very close. We got to about 109,000 or so, and yeah, we still have yet to reach that. Now this box is only here because I was showing everybody for the longest time that we spent a lot of time in this box before we broke down. And now we're finally back in this box. Let me get rid of this box now. It's not that important anymore. And I want to, clean this chart up just a little bit here. Now, we are getting a little bit of a consolidation right now, a little bit of a pullback, as you can see right here, guys. We are actually finding resistance at the 103,000, let's say 400 level. Now, I do think we will get past this level, but at the moment, guys, we're probably really overheated. So let's take a look at the RSI real quick and the stochastic. So the daily, it is just getting into the overbought region, guys. It is actually overbought in the RSI, so that's not that good. Weekly still isn't really overbought yet. But soon it will be, guys. It's flirting with it, and it's pointed up here on the RSI. It's getting close to the overbought region, but still hasn't reached it either. Monthly, let's see. This is actually not bad. It's fairly low. Now it started pointing itself to the upside here, and it's almost overbought here though on the RSI. So longer time frames, not so great, but not the worst either. 4-hour time frame just coming out of the overbought region. Does look like it wants to turn back up though here. It is overbought here on the RSI, so yeah, not that great. Now, 1-hour time frame, slightly pointed up here on the RSI. It is oversold here on the Stoch, so that's actually not too bad. 15-minute time frame, pointed heavily to the upside now on the Stoch, and pointed up, to the upside here on the RSI. So that's not bad either. So I think, if we look at this on the very short time frames, guys, like 15 minutes and 1 hour, maybe we get a little bit more of a run here shortly. However, the 4-hour, the daily, the weekly, really, these, weekly isn't too bad just yet, but it's just about, like I said, to get overbought here. So I think in the short term, we're going to see a little bit more upside, and then we're going to see a little bit more of a cool off here. Now, let's see, the MACD. Let's just take a look at the MACD and see where that is at. And if we look at it on the weekly time frame, yeah, we're getting out of this, red. Here, it looks like we're just about to start curving to the upside, so that is actually pretty good. If we go back in history, I mean, you can see how high this can run, guys. So we're fairly low, but yeah, we're just about to start heading up once again. Now, on the daily time frame, yeah, this is a little bit higher, but we have a long way to go, I think. Here is like 7,000, so we're like halfway there. Here's 5,000. Yeah, so, up here at like 7,000 is the high. I mean, we're like halfway there on that. So, the weekly, daily, not too bad. Maybe let's look at the monthly. I just want to see what this looks like. Now it's very high, actually, on the monthly. So, on the monthly, it's probably not that good that we're so high, I guess. But, we can always make higher highs, honestly. Because, yeah, Bitcoin still isn't really that old, honestly. So yeah, maybe this is just, the start of making another higher high, and, we'll make another higher high in the future. Just have to wait and see. But, yeah, this is the monthly, and we're still in green, here. So, it looks okay in my opinion. Longer term time frames look fine here on the MACD. Now, if we take a quick look at this, guys, the Bitcoin Reserve Monitor, New Hampshire and actually Arizona were the first two states really Actually, New Hampshire was really the first, but Arizona second, to pass the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Bill. So keep that in mind, guys. We do have several that have rejected it, though. But yeah, so far, I think the future is bright, guys. I do think probably we're going to get about 25 to 30 states here, before maybe the end of the year or next year, probably passing this. But I think, the ones that rejected it, guys, you're going to see probably in 3 to 4 years down the road before maybe all 50 states are really, into Bitcoin here. Now, taking a look at Ethereum, guys, I have to say I was totally wrong yesterday about my Ethereum prediction. I didn't think we were going to get past 2130 here. I didn't even think we would reach it. I thought we would probably consolidate or cool down, and that did not happen, guys. But like I've been saying probably for a week, okay, I don't like Ethereum that much. Yes, I've said that. But I did say it was going to pop sooner or later. And yeah, it did just that, guys. So actually, it's really good to see because, we've been waiting for this. If you have altcoins, guys, this is the leader of the altcoins, unfortunately. And fortunately for right now, it is popping off like crazy. But yeah, it's just been down so much. And everybody thought it was dead down here. It's still not, I'm not going to say it's not dead. I think there's better technologies than Ethereum that do the same thing. So, unfortunately, that's my opinion. You can take it like you want, guys. But for now, Ethereum is leading us, and it is looking good, I have to say. We are starting to take out this range that we've been in since basically beginning of March, guys. So we need to get above, for me, I'd be happy if we just stayed above this Fibonacci today. Basically, we're taking out this long-term trend line. Now, this trend line goes back for, I think, a couple of years. Let's put this on a weekly time frame. Yeah, this goes back to like June of 2022. So that is the line we have just crossed. And, if we hold that, and we can hold this Fibonacci at least, I think that would be a major step, guys. Now, if we can hold, the 2356 line right here, this weekly resistance that we are just over, even better. But honestly, I'm not sure we're going to hold it. But I could be wrong, guys. I was wrong yesterday and horribly wrong. But I didn't expect, for example, Trump to say go out and buy stock, or maybe everybody kind of reacted to the trade deal on the stock market more favorably. I don't know. The stock market affects Bitcoin too. So there's just a number of factors that yesterday played into this, I think, and it just liquidated a lot of people that were going short. So I can't predict that. Sorry, but I honestly, I don't think Ethereum is going to make probably a new all-time high this cycle. I still think it's got too much work to do ahead of it, basically. But I could be wrong, guys. I just think that there's better coins. You're going to make more profit on other things. For example, BNB, Solana, Avalanche, coins like this, guys. And yeah, but yesterday, it made up a lot of ground for basically what it's lost. Now, looking at the total market cap, guys, we are at 1.17 trillion. So we haven't been here since, again, beginning of March. We are working on the 1.19 trillion mark here. That is resistance. After that, we have 1.25 trillion. Now, this is beautiful, guys. This is the dominance. And as you saw yesterday, we did have a red candle. I think we were like around here or something when I made the video. So yeah, and today we've gotten a similar candle. It is getting a little bit of a bounce, but that can be expected. We haven't seen red candles this big in a while, guys. This was pretty close back here, but I still think this is bigger for now. So yeah, I have seen my altcoin bags go up a few $1,000s, and we're still not there though, guys. I can say this can be a fake out. We can get support here actually. Maybe we see this come all the way back up today, and it's, maybe it even ends up a green hammer candle, which would be super bad in, altcoins cases. Now, if you hold Bitcoin, that's what you want to see. But, the majority of the people I think on my channel like the altcoin content. Now, taking a look at the CME futures, this is what it looks like at the moment on CME chart. So 103,600 basically is where it sits right now. Yeah, the dollar is actually going down today, so we're getting a red candle. It's under 100.38. So yeah, but it's still trending up. You can see if I would put a line here, it's still keeping this trend basically. So let's just put this line, maybe we can put it back here. Let's see if it holds. Now, liquidation heat map, wow. 1.17 billion, guys. Mostly shorts getting wrecked. So be careful if you're using leverage, guys. I don't recommend it. For me personally, I say buy the coin and just hold it. It's a lot harder to use leverage, and you can just get wrecked, guys. So plenty of people are getting wrecked. Even longs are getting wrecked too, because on some of these pullbacks, people are going 20, 30, 40x long, and they're getting, just wrecked, guys. So I don't recommend it. It's just too volatile right now. We don't know what's going to happen. Now, taking a quick look at the fear and greed, guys, we have a 73 today. We are moving up kind of quick, guys. Last week, okay, was 67, but in my opinion, we don't want to get too greedy and, too quickly. So now, let me update this again. Let's see. I just tried to update this before the video and still a 31. So I'm a little bit confused why it's still 31 while we've gone down on, the dominance. So I don't know. Again, I can say this, and I say this often. I don't know how often they update this altcoin season index, but I think this will probably even go up a little bit more today. Now, bull market peak indicators, guys, still, I'm like a broken record, 0 from 30. It's still 100% hold. Best indicator, pi cycle top indicator, guys. It looks like it's starting to curve, but I don't know. What do you think, guys? I will zoom in, let you make that decision yourself. It does look like it wants to curve up, though. Now, today, we do have some speakers here still. We've already had 3 speakers, basically. We still have a couple of more. Now, if you look at another economic calendar, guys, there's like 8 speakers or 7 speakers. So I'm not sure why this doesn't have actually all the speakers here, but there's really about 7 or 8 speakers today. Now, taking a quick look at MEXC, guys, I do recommend this. It has a lot of tools that you can use. It's not only about these measurements, guys, but you can see the measured news today. And a lot of this has been not that big of news. But this was actually quite large today. So, yeah, Trump, 80% tariff on China seems right. Decision left to Scott Bessent. So, I don't know, guys. He always says something and then he goes back on it. So, but yeah, this has a lot of tools, guys. You should check out MEXC. And, you can see that basically the sentiment is risk on. And, yeah, here's the intraday, measurement. Here's the week, month, and year, guys. So, yeah, check this out and, subscribe to this if you want. And yeah, now the FedWatch tool says there's an 83% chance that we're not getting a cut still next month, which is kind of crazy. And I still stand by 4 cuts this year. And I said that at the beginning of the year. But yeah, it looks like no cut in the next meeting. But still, guys, we're 40 days away, and that can really change rapidly. Now, crypto bubbles, this looks excellent, but the crazy thing is, when you see things like 37% and you kind of have a small bubble, everything is really up a lot. So, ENA, Brett, these don't look like that large of bubbles, but normally on a normal day, this would probably be a huge bubble like this. So anyways, guys, everything looks pretty much good. I don't see a single red. Oh, here's a red, actually. What is that? 4. Okay. So yeah, it looks like 1, maybe 2 coins here in the red, maybe Bitcoin Cash a little bit down. And yeah, if you want to stake your Bitcoin, guys, go to Coinando, check out all the deals, do your own research. And anyways, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this with your friends, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.